All right, so here's the thing, right? Should I even make this video? This is what I thought to myself, but honestly, I just want to ramble into this camera. As you know, if you've been hanging around this channel at all, I kind of do that. And what I want to talk about is the manga community, or the manga tuber community, however you want to say it. Manga stuff on YouTube. Why I want to talk about, and why I love it, and why I think it's very important. And why I even try to make somewhat content about it, you know what I mean? Or in it? Not really. What kind of about it? I have talked a lot about the manga. You know what? Yeah, you're right. So why I've been thinking about it more and wanted to make a video about it is because, like, on the internet, you know, the internet, the best place to get good thoughts. Positive stuff only happens on the internet. We know this. Only positive things on the internet. But I had seen a few threads and stuff about kind of how manga YouTube is washed, or kind of over, or kind of stale, or kind of stagnant, or, you know, whatever you want to say. I don't think that's true. I know, surprise, surprise, a person that does a lot of manga content on YouTube doesn't think that it's stale and washed. You're right. Shocking. But here's why I say that, is because I think the whole point, or at least the reason that I was drawn to this community, and the reason that I liked it so much that I wanted to start talking in front of this camera, and surprisingly, some people watch, which is cool. Thanks. I appreciate it. But the reason I came to is the reason I think a lot of people find niches on YouTube and watch this stuff, watch the content, or make the content, is because it's this hobby that you really enjoy. And some people, I would honestly say 90% of people, might not have people around them in real life to talk about this stuff. And I think it's just fun going in the comments and talking about a series, or talking about like a rare pickup that someone got, or talking about a story that someone does a review on. And I don't know, it's that thing of sharing in this. I really like this thing. You really like this thing too? Oh my goodness.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
It's that thing. So while I totally understand why some people that maybe got into watching YouTube, or at least this part of YouTube, with the manga boom in like 2019, 2020, 2021 and all that stuff, and now they're thinking, it's the same stuff over and over and over again. But think about a lot of the content on YouTube. I mean, really think about it. It's a lot of the same stuff over and over and over again. Now, don't get me wrong, people twist certain things and try different things, but it's basically, if you boil it down, a lot of the content is the same. And I'm not gonna lie, I will be the first to admit it for my stuff, right? I do sometimes think, like, man, I do feel like sometimes you get into this rhythm of it's very similar videos back to back to back to back. And I think, at least, again, I can only speak for myself, it's this is the exact this is also why Prom G thinks, and probably he's honestly probably not wrong, he probably can beat me into a fight, is because I do feel like I apologize, or like, look, I'm just saying for myself, whoa, don't want to push any buttons, and I'm not trying to push any buttons. And also, yeah, if he does watch this, absolutely can take me in a fight, 100%, like, not a question, because I would try to hug you. That's right. Kill him with kindness, they say. This is what they say. I don't know who they are. They probably lost the fight, but, you know. But here's the thing, and I think some people don't see this. I think, as if you're going to make content about a niche and put it on the internet, and even if people don't watch it, I think as a creative, you should always be looking for a different angle. And I think a lot of these content creators are. Now, again, don't get me wrong. You should make the content that you want to make, because honestly, who really cares? As long as you're having fun doing it, it doesn't really matter. But like for me, I think all the time about, okay, I really like manga. I really like making content on manga. How can I use the content that I enjoy watching and the content that I think is interesting, and how can I merge it with this hobby that I really enjoy to make the most entertaining videos to put out onto the internet for hopefully someone else to check out and be like, oh my God, this is honestly really fun video. So I think that is happening, and I honestly think it's coming. Like, I think, at least I really want to believe, because I'm trying to do it, is I believe manga content on YouTube has exponential potential. I think that this niche on YouTube has the ability to have really fun content for people that enjoy reading this stuff and enjoy hearing about this kind of stuff, to be entertained. Because again, that's the whole point of being on YouTube, is to be entertaining, or at least to be enjoyable to watch. And the other thing that I hear all the time, and I've done a video on this before, but here we're just running it back again, back to the point, redoing the same content over and over again. It's great. But I still see this all the time, is all the manga content is the same. And once again, I watch a lot of manga content, a ton. I don't watch everybody, because again, there's a ton of great creators and YouTubers out there that do stuff, and I only have a set amount of time in the day. Okay, I have a lot of responsibilities, can't watch everybody. But at least just the 10, 20 that I watch, they all bring something a little different to the table. And even some now are really doing short form content that is very interesting, especially on Instagram. I've talked about these two specifically on this channel before, but I'll say it again. Dragon Ball Zoe and Marge Reads Manga. Those two, at least those are two that I follow really regularly and like look at their stories and their posts and things like that. Dragon Ball Zoe right now is doing a read along or read through of Dragon Ball on Instagram. I think that is such a cool way to bring people along on your journey reading through a series that maybe you remembered fondly and now you're rediscovering again as you're older. I think that's a genius idea. And it's been done before, but what I'm saying is they're finding new ways and new interesting ways for people to celebrate these stories that we enjoy so much. The Manga Sauce is another one. He does YouTube shorts more than anybody that I know. Now, you can have your own feelings about YouTube shorts, TikTok, Instagram. We're not talking about that. But what I'm saying is you can see that these creators are taking the time to try to find new and interesting ways to make content for people to enjoy how they want to enjoy it. Because again, I bet this video is super long, and to be honest, maybe someone doesn't want to watch a 20-minute video of someone rambling about a community on YouTube. Honestly, understandable. I get it. Just hit me at 2x speed. I probably flow better at 2x speed. But then on the flip side, you have people that do incredible essay type videos. Colleen Manga Rex. I'll be completely honest. I would not have made the shonen jump to shoujo if it wasn't for those videos, because they have found a very interesting way to reach a demographic and maybe help them branch out even further, and doing it in a style that a lot of people do for other types of media and bring it into this community. I think that is very important. And then you have people like Otaku Tuesdays and DB Otaku who do a live stream thing. They're big into the live stream stuff, and they're trying to, DB Otaku especially, like they will do a stream and then make a video out of it. We see it all the time in a lot of streamers that do content and make it into videos, but they're trying it with the manga community. And I think they're trying to incorporate the manga community into the type of content they are making. And I think that's growth. And I think, again, we're only at the beginning of that growth, where that live aspect of it becomes a conversation. It becomes a part of this community. And you got people like Promg and Profitaku who they're very personality driven, where it's kind of, at least I can speak for myself, you can watch them kind of do anything because they have very good presence on the screen. It feels like you're listening to a friend. Not in a weird way, not in a parasocial way. But you know, they just really come off genuine. But again, regardless of who I'm talking about or whatever, the point of this video is why I think this community is important. And the reason is point blank. It's a good thing for people to celebrate something that they love together and be a part of that. It's the whole reason any community exists, is for people that maybe don't have that can find it here, you know? And you know, I'm very thankful that at least, you know, in the very small space world that I encompass in this thing, not very big, very small, which, hey, it's great. Any conversations that I've had in my comments, and I know people's experiences are very different, but I can just speak for myself. It's been fantastic. Whether it's been like when I've been reading through a series and people just excited to follow the journey, or whether, you know, we talk about stuff like this and people are very nice and just want to have conversations with others. I've never experienced someone coming into the comments and being like, this is dumb, it's stupid, it's gross, nerd. Because anyone that I've come in contact with, it's always felt genuine. It's always felt like, hey man, you know, whether it's a recommendation or whether it's a point of view on a thing, it's never been overly like, this person's point is stupid, my point is right. Rah, 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 rah. You know what I'm saying? I know the rah, 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 yeah, but you kind of get what I'm saying with that. It's always been pleasant, which I think I'm very lucky in that. And the only reason I say that is because I can only speak from my experience. I can't paint a picture of everyone's experience and everyone's comments or people that they have had a conversation in someone else's comments about. I can't speak on that because I don't know. And I just love the fact that this community seems to be about, hey, have you like checked out this series, or hey, have you heard this news thing? Like, I'm just so excited. It just seems so much excitement over this hobby and their love of this thing. And again, I know I've repeated that like 4 times in this video. This is what happens when I'm just rambling and I haven't really thought about what I was going to say. So, but it's the truth. It's my favorite part. It's the only part really that I stick around for. And I can't overstate that I think even if you don't make content on YouTube about this stuff, if you're just an enjoyer of the content, or you're in Discords, or you're in comment sections, you have no idea what it means when you comment on a video or have a conversation in a chat with someone. Because that feeling of being absolutely alone with something that you love, or not being able to celebrate something that you love, can add to the loneliness. And I'm going to be honest, we know this. Everyone knows this at this point. There's enough loneliness in the world. So it's kind of really nice to have a community and have a little niche on this big giant thing of the internet where we can help people not feel alone. But I don't know. Boy, this was a ramble. I usually say that at the end of videos, but this one is for sure. And honestly, it really just didn't have a point, except for the point of, I've seen a lot of negativity lately. And I just want to be like, hey, quit it. Say, stop it. Let's just hey, can't we all just get along? You know what I mean? But I don't know. And it was a way of me saying to people that have watched my stuff and been in the comment sections and that I have talked with over the last 2.5 years of doing this, I really appreciate you helping me make a place. And this is selfish, I'm going to be honest with you, helping me make a place for myself to celebrate this thing that I genuinely think about way too much. I'm just so appreciative that, I don't know, I feel like this little space that, you know, we have or whatever is so positive. Because it can be way worse. Man, listen, go deep into the internet. It can be way worse. And also, if you have stumbled across this video and you haven't watched manga content in a long time because you think all the manga content is the same, I say just give it a little bit. I have a feeling that this type of content is going to see a major growth. And I hope I can be a part of it. And if not, I'll get left behind, but that's fine. But I definitely see the content slowly evolving. And I think the content creator, whoever it is that you might watch, is definitely probably sitting a lot of times and thinking on how they can improve and evolve their content that they're making. So again, I am wholeheartedly appreciative that you've taken the time to watch any of my stuff ever. It means the world to me. And as always, I hope if you're having a bad day, it gets better. If you're having a good day, it becomes fantastic. I'll see you next time.